I didn't grow up, my parents didn't have a lot of money. My high school didn't have a lot of money to afford a lot of the expensive weights and, all this stuff. And I didn't use that as an excuse. I started doing push-ups and sit-ups during commercials as I was watching TV, and started doing about, sometimes 2,000 push-ups, 3,000 sit-ups, 1,500 pull-ups, dips or 1,000 dips, and different things like that.
He captured college football's highest honor in 1982, winning the Heisman Trophy. Currently, he's with the Minnesota Vikings and is a force many defenses around the NFL watch out for. Herschel Walker is now a member of the United States Olympic bobsled team, going for the gold in Albertville.
Trying to stay a step ahead, friends.
Staying a step ahead and staying on top and balance.
Herschel Walker. And again, you don't expect refined technique, but he is dropping the bombs on nudge.
Dave Palumbo standing here with a living legend in football, MMA, bobsledding, you name it, he's done it. Herschel Walker.
Hello there. How you guys doing?
Big honor here today. You're being, inducted into the International Sports Hall of Fame. I'm sure it's among many other Hall of Fames that you've been inducted into.
Well, this is special. It's special because it's an International Hall of Fame, and I think whenever you get honored, you got to be humbled by it because this is a big honor. And the people that I'm up here with the 2017, I'm sort of embarrassed because all I always say is I haven't done that much. I still think I got a lot to go, and helping someone else is so important to me. And this is going to give me the courage to go out and do more.
You're one of these, multi-sport athletes, and there's not a lot of people like that. Most people are specializers. You're not. You won the Heisman Trophy in '82. We know you rushed for over 8,000 yards in the NFL. You received more than almost 5,000 yards. I mean, that's a monumental career. Most people say, I could pack it in here, but you said that's not enough.
Well, it's not enough. One thing you got to do, growing up as a little kid, you grew up wanting to do more, wanting to go out and excel, and when you get to that pedestal, that's time that you start working. I think sometimes people think it's time to relax, that you made it, but you really haven't, because I've been very blessed. I tell everyone know the glory, but they don't know the whole story. The story is I started out with nothing. I started out with a family that always encouraged me, and they can continue to encourage me in life today, and that's the reason I continue to do what I do.
I got to ask you a question. When you won the Heisman Trophy in '82, you were the most celebrated college football athlete in the world, and still people remember that. You did not sign with the NFL. You signed with Donald Trump's USFL Football League. What prompted that decision? Was it money? Was it opportunity? Why did you say, hey, this is where I got to go?
Well, it's going to be interesting because I'm a Christian. And my mom always told me that when your heart and your mind are pure of Jesus, no matter what decision you make, he'll make it right for you. And you're going to be shocked that I flipped a coin.
Did you really?
Coin to decide whether to go into the NFL or to go to the USFL. It came for me to go to the USFL, and I tell people, look what happened. I played for the President of the United States, and not only that, he and I are still friends. We still communicate on the phone. His kids, his two older kids, I sort of helped raise. So,
really? Wow.
Yeah, every amusement thing that they ever went to as a small child, I took them. So I got a chance to play for the President of the United States. I've had a chance to do so many great things, and that's the reason I said it is never time to rest. There's always time to get up and keep going because we all been blessed. And I think any entertainer, athletes, or anyone that have an opportunity to do something, get up and do it. The reason why there's so many young people out there looking at you, I don't care whether you're famous or not famous, there's a lot of young people looking at you and they want to get the encouragement from you that you can go out and do it.
Were you receiving a lot of negativity from the NFL when you made that decision, because it was obviously hugely unpopular with them?
I did. I received a lot of things, and people say today that's one reason that they won't look at me for the NFL Hall of Fame. They want to punish me for a little bit. But I said, one of the things I think is great about this, I said, my stats, just NFL alone, speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
And then when you add the USFL, it speaks volume then. And that's why I said this is special to me, because they're not looking to punish anyone. They're looking to do something that you've done for everyone else. You've done something else, and that's why this is so special to me.
Now, what kind of training did you do? Because, you went from football, bobsledding, then you got into MMA later in your life. Were you always a guy who went to the gym and trained continuously, or did you have long periods where you just said, I'm not doing anything?
I tell everyone, I've trained every day of my life since I was 12 years old. I've never skipped a day of training. And I tell people, before they created the name CrossFit, I was doing that. That's what I've done all my life. I worked out in a lot of different things. You know, I'm not a weightlifter, but I do all types of calisthenics, almost like a gymnast. A lot of body lifting where I'm doing the pull-ups, the pull-up.
You don't do weights.
I do no weights. I do
I
all.
had heard that. My dad had told me that, and I didn't believe it.
There's no weights at all, and most of it
Built like a bodybuilder.
well, you know, that's what people say, but that's what I tell people, that if you believe it, you can achieve it, but you got to work at it. And I tell people it's not easy. One of the things people think is I'm getting out doing 2 or 3 push-ups and that's it. I said, no, guys, I do 5,000 push-ups a day.
5,000 a day?
I'm doing 5,000 a day. Right now I'm fighting still, and I'm doing 1,500 push-ups a day, about 3,500 sit-ups. And I said the reason why is I'm competing on a world level. I'm not just out playing in my backyard. This is something else. And, you know, these guys out working. This is tough. And
How old are you now?
well, don't tell anyone. I just turned 55, but I've been telling everyone I'm only 26.
Will you still fight in the MMA?
I'm still fighting. I've said I'd like to do one more fight. So I'm fighting all the 20-year-olds and beating them.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm still running like I ran in December. November, I ran a 4.3. So that means I can still run.
55?
At 54 then.
54?
But like I said, I'm 26 inside. It's just 55 by years. I'm like the dog years where you go backwards.
Unbelievable. Hey, Herschel, thank you so much for speaking with me, and good luck with the induction today.
Hey, thank you. God bless you now.
Dave Palumbo with Herschel Walker, a living legend.